Hello, people. Well, we're getting down to the last days of 2015. It's been quite a year, hasn't it? I'm back already because my older sister Stephanie told me she called me and she wanted to buy me some Christmas presents and she wanted to buy me some music, and so she had called and insisted that I give her some names, of some stuff. And I just want to thank you so much, Stephanie. You really came through for me. Um, I am so grateful. I want to show you the three records that she bought for me. Just thank you so much, Stephanie. I know you're watching this. I called her several times after I got the package just to let her know how much I was pleased, in particular with one of the items I'll show last, so I can enthuse about it. But she asked me to, she said she had credit at Amoeba, and also I had the bag here. I put it away. Amoeba Music. She's out in L.A. and she wanted to use it, to get me some records, and I gave her a list of some Sakamoto, and that's the real cherry. But she bought for me Kamasi Washington's The Epic. I now have this on vinyl. I really wanted to own this on vinyl, and I'm very happy to have a copy of it. 3 album LP set. Um, this is really quite a piece of work. Now, this is what I got to say, because I saw Kamasi and met him a few months ago here in Omaha. Saw the band, saw them do part of this live. They did the opening, and then they did a whole bunch of new stuff when I saw them. And it was epic. It was very thrilling, inspiring, and spiritual. What's interesting is that Kamasi is the catalyst. He's not the best player. As a matter of fact, my musical opinion of his sax playing is that he's just okay. He's not a fire. He's not a saxophone player of note like a Coltrane or any of those guys. What he is he's an inspiration. And he seems to be the glue or the central figure. Most of these folks have known each other since childhood, it turns out. But he seems to be the central figure that is causing things to happen. I think this is a great picture of him because that's a wonderful energy to have as a leader and a very important quality that communities need. So it's not that Kamasi Washington is a hot saxophone player. Kind of makes me think of Grover Washington, who Grover Washington became very popular, but really played. Actually, Grover could play more than he did on his records. He didn't have to. He just needed to play enough to make the hits. I would say that Kamasi Washington, as a saxophone player, still has much development to come. But as an artist, with a vision and energy that makes things happen, he's already there. And this is wonderful. 3 LP set. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you. The other album that you had asked me, because you said, give me some names, and I was just, coming up blank, because my head gets stuffed. So I said Cluster. And when you described this on the phone, I didn't think I had it. Turns out I do, but Cluster 71, the one that you got me is a Bureau B repressing. I don't have an original. I already had this, but I had it Four Men with Beards pressing, which is okay. It's decent. But what I've done is I've arranged to sell this to my friend Scott, who this is fine. It's in absolutely perfect condition, and there's a difference actually. This is matte, and this is gloss. And if I were completely anal about it, I'd keep both. But that doesn't make any sense at this point. So I've agreed to sell the my old copy to Scott. And for those that don't know German electronic music, I don't like to use the term krautrock. That's the press's term for it. This is just one of those early experimental. This is very experimental sounding, very sparse. It's wonderful. That's all I can say. We lost one of these guys this year as well. Dieter Mobius of Cluster passed away this year. I forgot to mention Edgar Freud too. There's so many people. the album that really tripped my trigger that you got from me, Stephanie, because I called you 3 times about it. Because you'd asked me, make a list. So I made you a list of Ryuichi Sakamoto records that I've been looking for. And when you called back, or actually you sent me a picture on Facebook from Amoeba saying, this is the only Sakamoto they got, And I didn't recognize it because I'd never seen this cover. I said, get it. She didn't show me the back. Okay, turns out this is a soundtrack to an animated anime movie called Isle de Oniamis. And I've had it since it came out in the 80s with this cover, which is the back of the album, which she didn't show. So when she showed it to me, I had never seen it. I said, get it, get it. So I still didn't know that that's what this was until it arrived yesterday and I started to play it, because even though I spotted this on the back, I still thought to myself, well, maybe this is part of a series of movies that Sakamoto did. It turns out it's this CD is most of the music from the movie. This is the entire movie, dialogue and music and all incidental music on a double album. Wow. I've been looking for this on vinyl, thinking I was looking for this since the 80s. And my sister just finally came through for me. Gold, stamped lettering on the front. Beautiful double gatefold with graphics. The way the Japanese do it. With a beautiful booklet. Interesting art. Is this a booklet? Yep. And just wonderful. I've always loved this soundtrack. Love this music. And even when I went to Japan in '94, I couldn't find this on vinyl over there. I found a VHS tape of it, so I bought that in Japan. But I couldn't find the vinyl. So now, Stephanie, this is a wonderful addition to my Ryuichi Sakamoto collection. Years ago, I did a series of videos on my YMO Sakamoto collection. You can just do a search for Sakamoto in my channel and find it if you want to see them. Sakamoto records are very collectible. There are a lot of them that I don't have because they're so hard to find and expensive. But Ryuichi Sakamoto is a big influence on me. I love his piano playing. I love his touch. I love, I can tell that he was a lover of Debussy and Ravel. It just comes through really strong in his chord phrasings. I just love Ryuichi Sakamoto's artistry, and I'm glad that he appears to be on top of the cancer. He's beating cancer. Stephanie, thanks so much. Thank you so much. I just wanted to share that with everybody. It wasn't a late Christmas present. It just finally arrived in the mail yesterday. And it just makes my day to get new records, but not just new records, but some really quality stuff. This is just awesome. An awesome addition to my Sakamoto collection. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you. About to go into a new year, people. Happy New Year.